Yo, it's your boy here, Magic, with another YouTube video. And this video is going to be Respawn classes that I use for the CWL, what I use for scrims, what I use for practice, what I use for the 1Ks, for 2Ks, for the events that I go to. And this is just going to be for Respawn. I'm a main SOG player, so I usually just use the main SOG, but I also use the Maddox and also the ICR in some cases, but I am the grapple SOG, so this video is going to be subjective. This video is going to be mostly for your battery players, your grapple SOG players, and maybe your crash, but I know there's different ways you can use crash and different like tacticals and lethals you can use instead of using like the ammo pack, because it is G8 or gentleman agreement on, right? So this is just gonna be one video out of many. I have to cover pretty much for main SOG, for main Maddox, because I ran main Maddox at the beginning of the year. I can't really do main ICR. I can try my best. I can get some help from my other friends who are running main AR, but this is just for main SOG. But don't worry, this is just not one video. It's gonna be multiple videos. I have to update my S&D video too. I'm in an S&D setups class for way beginning of the year, and it's very outdated. I have to make a new one. So this is the new updated June Respawn CWL main SOG grapple setup slash battery. That was a lot. You know what I mean? But anyways, let's get started. So the first class I have here is going to be my main class. This is a class I will be using on majority of the maps. I do switch off roles. It's kind of weird how our team is doing it. We kind of switch off roles. We have kind of some breakoffs where I have to use a certain gun, and I'll explain all that. You might see ICR up there in the tabs. Don't worry, I'll explain everything at the end. I'm going to save that one for last because that's a special little tab I have, and it's in between the two SOG classes for a reason. But majority of the time I keep the classes of guns like SOGs, Maddox, and ICRs kind of close together, except for that one, but I'll talk more about it at the end. So for this first class, I use engineer, I use tag, I have dexterity. Some people like lightweight. I like dexterity. I like climbing things. I tend to mantle a lot, so I use dexterity over lightweight. I have tag mask and engineer. You could switch this around. I just don't have that many classes available to me to make the classes I really want. I want to make way more for like breakoffs and then switch over to this one, but they only give you 12, so you gotta do what you have. So this one's engineer and tag. Engineer, so you can see the trophies in hill. Usually as a grapple side player, you're gonna be the first one in hill. You're gonna be the first one pretty much at the hill or rotating with a teammate, and you're gonna see those trophies. It's good to call them out, to destroy them, and it also gives you a tip. So if let's say you're rotating to a new hill, you see a trophy like fly through the wall in red, you know there's gonna be people there already at new hill. You know what I mean? So engineer is pretty good. I didn't like using it. I have to use it because I'm a SOG and everyone else is running their own thing, so I'm running engineer for majority of the maps except for a couple. But yeah, engineer, tag. And then when I have to switch over, let's say our teammate says, oh, they have War Machine, I switch over to the Flak class. Flak, engineer, dexterity, take it off after they use your War Machine and their purifier on some of the maps. Preset, pre-stone, I use stock, quick draw, and fast mags. People don't like fast mags. Some people use grip. All depends. I can use both. I can use a SOG without grip. I can use a SOG with a grip. It just depends. I just need to get used to it. So it's up to you guys, whatever you guys like. I like fast mags just because I'm more of a fast-paced player. If I see my gameplay, I'm really fast. I'm really gun-ho. So I like to have attachments that complement my play styles, also with perks. So going on to the next one, this is my crack SOG. I use this SOG. I used to use this all the time, but because my restrictions, I have to use the engineer class for my team. This is a class I only use it on frequency, and the reason being is because frequency is by far my best map. Plus it's a sub-heavy map, so it's perfect. So I have all the attachments on it. I have grip, I have quick draw, I have stock, I have fast mags, and I have stem, and then I only have dexterity and tag mask. If you guys are comfortable, don't have to use grip on the SOG. You can take off the grip on the SOG. It will free up a wild card, and you can even put on like lightweight. You can be even faster. It just depends. And same thing with the other classes. I have a flak version of it too. If someone tells me, hey, they have War Machine, they have more grenades than they do stuns, I pop this on. I'm set in stone. Next off, this is going to be where my specialty classes come into place, and a lot of people have misconceptions that you have to stay your role, and at a certain point you kind of do have to stay your role. If you're a main SOG, you're expected to run SOG on majority of the maps, especially if you're a grapple SOG, right? But there's certain maps where, let's say you're better with another gun than the other person or something, right? You can use that instead. So on Hacienda, on that map in particularly, we have one person running the SOG, and then I run Maddox. Off the break-off, I have two Maddox classes. Off the break-off on Hacienda, because of the way or the place I'm heading, I have to get there faster before the other person. If you guys want to see that video of like my breakoffs, my tips and tricks and stuff like that, I'll make videos like that. I love making those kinds of videos. But anyways, back to the video. So for this breakoff, I have lightweight, dexterity, just to be fast. The normal Maddox, attachments, which are quick draw 2, and stock, and elo, and stem. And because I'm a grapple SOG, I don't have to have tax. God bless. So I just use my grapple for equipment and nothing really for the secondary, just to get there fast. This is just for the break off. After I die, I switch over to this one. So I have the Maddox, standard, stem, I have tack, dexterity, and then I have a secondary just because I don't have to run attack or a lethal. So I have a secondary. Usually people who are main Maddoxes have a third perk, or they run tacticals like stuns, or they run a nade. But I don't have to run it because I'm a grapple SOG. But I will make videos for main Maddoxes as well. I got you guys. So the next class I have is the same version of this class, just with flag on. Same thing on Hacienda. They tell me they have War Machine out, put on flag. They have Purifier, put on flag. They're throwing too much nades, put on flag. Boom, I have it right here, ready, right next to it. The next these are S&D classes. I have to keep those unlocked. That's gonna be for the next video. So after this video, I'm gonna make another video, and then after that one, I'm gonna make the one about S&D, the updated ones. And don't worry, I'm gonna be consistent. I'm starting to becoming more consistent on this content, so don't worry about it. So back to the second class right here, the grapple ICR. So I said I was gonna save this one for last just because it's a specialty tab for me. I can switch this off with whatever gun I want. I can put a KN. It just depends on how the team is kind of forming, on how the team is feeling, you know what I mean? So like with this team, we like holding a lot. We like, for example, on Arsenal, we like to hold a lot. On Control, we like to hold. On defenses, we like to hold. We like to push, but majority of the time we don't push out. We let them run to us, right? So we came up with a strat where I have an ICR off the break. This is just off the break. I'm not gonna be a main ICR grapple the whole time. I'm just gonna get the kills I need to do at the beginning of the game, the break off, then switch over to my SOG. That's usually what I do, and it works a lot because the break off of the game, it can be Control, it can be Hardpoint. The break off pretty much dictates how the rest of the game is gonna turn out. You know what I mean? So it's important to win that break off. That's why we kind of have different like structures, different gun setups for break-offs, because you know what I mean, you can't have a generic break-off. You have to be unique and know it's gonna win because it's the most important play of the game. So I have the ICR just for break-off plays. This is my specialty tab. For you, maybe you're a main ICR and your team likes to be rush heavy. You can have a SOG class or something and somebody else picks up the ICR. It all depends on your team. That's why this game is so subjective and so hard to have like, these are your standard classes, these are the different standard classes of these different scenarios. There you go. It's because of the different, specialists, different roles, different ARs and subs, like types. Like, it is pretty much like you can make so many different classes for all the different characters, and it's like, it's subjective. It just depends what your team needs. Majority of the time it's what your team needs. If your team needs like a extra ICR for a certain play, pull it out. That's pretty much what I have here. It's just, this is not meant to be a main ICR, you know what I mean? That's why I don't have tack or dead silence or none of that, right? I don't have tack, or because I'm not supposed to run this the whole time. This is just for me to get there fast, get the kills I need to get, and if I die, switch over to the other class. You know what I mean? So it's just, this is my specialty tab. You can change it whatever you want. This is what I use as a grapple. It can work for battery. Battery is perfect too, because battery equipment is a cluster grenade, so you could just use the equipment and pretty much copy down these classes that I have. But anyways, guys, that's pretty much it for this setups video for Respawn. This is pretty much for Control and Hardpoint for a grapple SOG player or grapple Maddox or whatever it is. It's just mainly for the grapple Ruin player. So I hope you guys liked the video. I hope this helped you a lot. If you guys like it, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, be posting more videos like this, like tips and tricks, other things that help competitive related, maybe some news every now and then. If you guys don't know, I'm on Twitter. I'm very active on Twitter. I like to post clips after scrims if I did good. I also tweet out when I'm going live on Twitch for like the 1Ks, the 2Ks. I like to tweet a lot. If you guys want to stay connected, my Twitter is on the screen right now. And after that, pretty much that's it. If you guys liked the video, like I said before, leave a like, subscribe. I'm back. Until next time, guys, I will see you guys when I see you guys.